Good morning and welcome back to the vlog. We're in the town of Faenza this morning in the Emilia-Romagna region of Italy for the start of the David Cassani Gran Fondo. A 135-kilometer route taking in 3,000 meters of climbing. Going to be 2,000 guys today on the start line, guys and girls of course. And yeah, everyone's starting to line up right now. There's a lot of bike riders. The sun is out, there's not a lot of wind around. Absolutely perfect day to ride a bike. Good morning, Alessandro.
Good morning. Are you ready, man?
Yeah, man. What are we doing today? Where are we?
Today you will go your way because you are too strong for me today, I think. You will stay with our guys, our Emilia-Romagna guys,
yeah.
the 23 team, and you will enjoy the long ride with them.
What is the terrain like? Is it going to be a hard day out on the bike or?
Surely a hard day today.
Yeah.
It's surely a hard day, but
some fast guys here, right?
Yeah, some fast guys. You will see. You will see.
Alright, the event starts in about 5 minutes time. Everyone's on the start line ready to go. Switching to GoPro. Okay, so the start was it was pretty hectic. As you can imagine, 2,000 cyclists departing a medieval town with lots of buildings and lots of people coming out to watch the event. It was yeah, it was pretty hectic. So my plan was to just stay at the front. That way, initially, you know, get to the start line early so I could start at the front and then stay at the front. This way I could just stay out of trouble. There's David Cassani there in the blue. He had a little bit of a mechanical. His chain dropped, I think, so he just had to pull over there right at the start, which is pretty unfortunate. But yeah, I stayed at the front, stayed out of trouble until the first climb came up at 25k. Guys, I just want to quickly make you realise that, like, just look how fast we're going up this climb. I mean, I'm in the big ring, out of the saddle, sprinting to hold wheels. Like, this is mental. Okay, so this is climb number 3, the Monte CASALE, I think it's called. It's a bit of a shorter climb, only 2.1 miles, which is, I don't know, 5k, but it was an average gradient of 8%, so yeah, steeper than the other two, and this is where the bunch really started to split. I could see this happening just by the yo-yoing effect of guys sort of dropping off the wheels and then getting out the saddle, sprinting back on. Those anaerobic efforts, there's only so many times you can do that. So I just wanted to stay at the front, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I was suffering as well. As you can see here, I'm doing the same thing, I'm yo-yoing a little bit, and I did actually get dropped off this climb a little bit later on, but I realised that we were near the top, so I did one last surge, got back on the wheels, and I was all G again. But yeah, I just wanted to stay as far forward as possible. That way it makes it as easy as possible for if guys get dropped off the wheel. I don't have to do much efforts to you know, come around as people and get back to the front. So I think I'm about 8th in line here. There's a bunch up the road of around 6 guys, I think. So you know, they are a few minutes up the road. We're not catching them. This is the front of the bunch. We're down to about 30 guys now, I want to say, maybe even a little bit less. This is a real steep part, kicks up to around 11% here. As you can see, we're out the saddle, and it was a hard climb because it got steeper the later on. You know, the more you rode into the climb, it got steeper and steeper. So by the time we got to the final corner, it literally peaked at like 15-16%, which is like a standard British climb. But the only difference is, in Britain, we don't do the 4k of riding up the climb before we get to that steep part. So yeah, it was hard, man. It was just hard. That was potentially one of the hardest days I have ever spent on a bike, ever. I took the camera out with me in the hope that I would get some shots during the ride, thinking I would be able to do that. But when I say it was a race, it was a race. It was a race. The first climb, I mean, my power meter's messing up a little bit. It was under reading today, but on the first climb, I guess we were riding around 380 to 400 watts for the 20 minutes. I was pretty much on FTP pace, and a group of about 10 guys just rode off. Then naturally the bunch of 2,000 whittled itself down, and then by like third categorized climb of the day, it was down to about 30 guys. Then just through attrition, guys started getting dropped off at different various points. I stayed in with the group, the first main group, other than the 10 guys away. Like I remained in that group for the rest of the day, and yeah, just peeled off in the last K or two when everyone was messing around, and yeah, came in behind the breakaway. I think maybe top 20. I don't know. I'll put it below here. I'll put the result that I got below once I find out the official results and all that good stuff. But man, that was like probably one of the hardest 4 hours I've ever spent on a bike. Incredible, absolutely incredible. Despite the pain though, like what an incredible day. I think that was like I appreciate it more just because coming from the UK, where the longest climbs that we race up are only 5 or 8 minutes, you know, having the chance to that is a sick cafe. Having the chance to race up 20-30-minute climbs even on closed roads with some absolute Italian hitters, those opportunities you can't do that very often, you know. So yeah, today may have been called the Gran Fondo, but I certainly exceeded myself. I'm that tired, I can't even process things and talk right now. Apparently there's a pasta party, so I'm gonna go get some food. Okay, just to reel off a few of the stats for you guys. We did 135 kilometers in 3 hours, 54 minutes, an average speed of 34.5k, 3,000 meters of climbing, and according to my rotor, my average power was 190. But if I was to guess, it was rating around 80 watts low, so I don't know, probably somewhere like 250, 260 average. Oh boy, what a day. So much. Thanks for it.
Great job, man.
It's 10k back to the hotel. I did have a thought of riding back. Can confirm that thought was pretty short-lived. Okay, so obviously I've had my post-ride. I mean, I'm gonna call it a race. It certainly felt like a race. My post-race nutrition, and I've obviously had some lunch, and I just crashed out for the last couple of hours, but it's now about 4 o'clock, and the Italians don't eat the dinner until 8 o'clock, and honestly I'm not too sure that I can wait that long to eat, so I'm on a bit of a mission to go to the supermarket and to get some food, man, because I am hungry. I've not had this feeling for a while of just doing a race, doing an event, and just like having to sit down and do nothing for the next 2 or 3 hours. Grazie. Can't go wrong with the bar of Milka. Okay, so one thing that I've noticed about Italy, or one thing I've noticed about this region of Italy is, you know, it appears to be relatively untouched by tourism. I've been to Italy once or twice in the past, but I've never been to this region of Italy, and you know, before I came on this trip, I didn't have any idea that it was here. As arrogant as that sounds, like I didn't know anything about this part of Italy. It almost feels like there's a sense of you kind of have to come here and experience it and just discover it. So even though tourism is very little, like or to none within the town, like there's still quite a big community in there, like, and it's still a busy town to be in. I don't just want to sound like an old person wobbling on about all of the great things about this town, but even the small details, down to, you know, the architecture or the cafes, or the fact that this town that I'm currently in, which is Riolo Terme, which I found out Terme means baths or thermal baths. Apparently this town is famous for thermal baths.
Whoa, that's cool! Check this out, guys!
I digress. Yeah, the fact that this town is on like a raised level, like on a bit of a hillside overlooking everything. Yeah, man, I gotta say I'm a fan. It's also a little bit of a kick up the arse. Italian is probably I can speak a little bit of Spanish, I can understand French, but Italian, I have absolutely no hope with Italian, and yeah, because there's not a lot of tourism around here, the Italians don't speak much English either, so trying to have an interaction and a conversation when you're in a shop or a cafe gets a little bit tricky. So, as most of you know, I am here in Italy with the Emilia-Romagna Tourism Board. They are the reason that, I guess, like that, they are the reason why I'm in Italy. But without them, like, I wouldn't be here, and I mean, it's a cool opportunity. Who wouldn't want to come and ride in the sunshine for 3 days, right? But they have invited me out this evening for dinner in the local town to a tower restaurant, it's called. It's not actually a tower. It's based in like an old building, a above the town. This building right here, it's like a really posh place. And I mean, I'm a cyclist. I don't do posh things. I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt. It's all I've got with me. But I'm not complaining because right now, all I care about is eating some food, and I'm gonna switch to this little camera. So yeah, let's go and get some food. Okay, we just got back from dinner right now, and it's about 11:15. So I'm gonna end today's vlog here and head straight to bed because I am tired now, like seriously tired. So guys, thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I would really appreciate a thumbs up and a like on this video. But with that being said, I will see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. Peace!